What if I told you that tomorrow morning, millions of Social Security and SSDI recipients could wake up to find an extra $6,000 in their bank accounts that they weren't expecting? Can you imagine the shock and relief you'd feel when you check your balance and discover that the Social Security Administration has deposited preloaded funds directly into your account overnight? Would you believe me if I said that this isn't a mistake, a glitch, or some kind of scam, but rather an official SSA program that's launching tomorrow, and that most people have absolutely no idea it's coming? Before we dive into everything you need to know about accessing these $6,000 preloaded direct deposits that are hitting accounts tomorrow, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications, because this channel is your #1 source for breaking Social Security news, SSDI updates, and government benefit announcements that could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. The Social Security Administration's announcement of $6,000 preloaded direct deposits represents one of the most significant financial assistance programs ever launched specifically for Social Security and SSDI recipients. Tomorrow marks the official launch date when these funds will begin appearing in the bank accounts of eligible recipients across the nation. And the SSA has been working behind the scenes for months to ensure that this massive distribution goes smoothly and reaches everyone who qualifies for these additional funds. The question that everyone is asking right now is simple: will you be one of the recipients who wakes up tomorrow to find this life-changing deposit in your account? This preloaded deposit program was developed in response to overwhelming evidence that current Social Security and SSDI benefit amounts are simply not keeping pace with the rising cost of living that recipients are facing every single day. The SSA conducted extensive research and analysis that showed recipients are struggling to cover basic necessities like housing, food, medications, and utilities with their existing monthly benefits, and the $6,000 preloaded deposit is designed to provide immediate relief that can help bridge the gap between what recipients currently receive and what they actually need to maintain a decent standard of living. The timing of tomorrow's launch couldn't be more perfect for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security and SSDI benefits to survive. Many recipients have been forced to make impossible choices between paying rent and buying groceries, between purchasing necessary medications and keeping the lights on, and between maintaining their health and maintaining their housing. The $6,000 preloaded deposit will provide recipients with the financial breathing room they need to catch up on overdue bills, stock up on essential supplies, and plan for future expenses without the constant stress of wondering how they're going to make ends meet. What makes this program truly revolutionary is the seamless way these funds will be delivered to recipients. Instead of requiring complicated application processes, lengthy paperwork, or confusing eligibility verification procedures, the SSA is using its existing direct deposit systems to automatically deliver these $6,000 deposits to current Social Security and SSDI recipients. If you currently receive your benefits through direct deposit, tomorrow morning you should expect to see an additional $6,000 deposit in the same account where your regular benefits are deposited, with no action required on your part. The security measures surrounding this $6,000 preloaded deposit program are absolutely state-of-the-art, designed to ensure that only legitimate recipients receive these funds and that the money reaches the right people without any risk of fraud or misdirection. Each deposit is being processed through multiple verification systems that confirm the recipient's identity, account information, and eligibility status before the funds are released. The SSA has also implemented real-time monitoring systems that will track each deposit from the moment it's initiated until it successfully reaches the recipient's account. For recipients who are wondering about the tax implications of receiving this $6,000 preloaded deposit, the excellent news is that these funds are structured as non-taxable supplemental benefits that won't affect your tax liability or require any additional reporting on your tax returns. This means that the entire $6,000 you receive is money that you can keep and use without worrying about owing taxes on it later. And it won't impact your eligibility for other income-based benefits like Medicare Extra Help, Medicaid, or SNAP benefits that you might currently be receiving. The flexibility of how you can use your $6,000 preloaded deposit is one of the most attractive features of this program. Unlike some government assistance programs that restrict how recipients can spend their benefits, the SSA has designed this program to give recipients complete freedom to use their $6,000 however they determine will best improve their financial situation. Whether you need to pay off debt, cover medical expenses, make necessary home repairs, buy a reliable vehicle, or simply build up your emergency savings, the choice is entirely yours to make. Tomorrow's launch represents the culmination of months of preparation and testing by the SSA to ensure that this massive distribution of funds goes off without a hitch. The agency has been quietly updating its computer systems, training customer service representatives, and coordinating with banks and financial institutions to make sure that when recipients check their accounts tomorrow morning, their $6,000 deposit will be there waiting for them. The SSA has also established special monitoring systems to track the success of the distribution and quickly address any issues that might arise. Recipients who receive their regular Social Security or SSDI benefits through paper checks rather than direct deposit will receive their $6,000 preloaded funds through a special expedited check that should arrive within 3 to 5 business days of tomorrow's launch date. These checks are being processed through a separate, faster distribution system to ensure that recipients who don't use direct deposit aren't left waiting weeks or months to receive their funds. The SSA recognizes that many recipients who receive paper checks may be older adults or individuals with disabilities who need their funds just as urgently as those who receive direct deposits. The customer service infrastructure supporting this $6,000 preloaded deposit program has been significantly expanded to handle the expected volume of questions and inquiries that will come in once recipients start seeing these deposits in their accounts. The SSA has trained hundreds of additional customer service representatives specifically to assist with questions about these deposits, and they've established dedicated phone lines that recipients can call if they have any concerns about their deposit or need help understanding the program. The wait times for customer service are expected to be much shorter than usual due to this expanded support system. For recipients who may have recently changed banks or updated their direct deposit information, the SSA has implemented special procedures to ensure that your $6,000 deposit reaches your current account rather than being sent to an old bank account that you no longer use. The agency has been cross-referencing its records with recent changes to ensure accuracy, but if you've made any banking changes in the past 6 months, it would be wise to verify that your current information is on file with the SSA before tomorrow's distribution begins. The economic impact of putting $6,000 directly into the hands of millions of Social Security and SSDI recipients will be felt immediately in communities across the country. Recipients typically spend their benefit money locally on essential goods and services, which means this massive injection of funds will provide an immediate boost to local businesses, healthcare providers, grocery stores, and service providers in communities with large populations of Social Security and SSDI recipients. Economic analysts are predicting that this program could generate billions of dollars in economic activity within the first month of distribution. Some recipients are already reporting that they've received preliminary notifications from their banks about pending deposits, which suggests that the pre-processing of these $6,000 deposits is already well underway and that tomorrow's launch will proceed as scheduled. These early notifications are a good sign that the SSA's distribution systems are working properly and that recipients can expect their deposits to appear on time. Recipients who haven't received any preliminary notifications shouldn't be concerned, as not all banks provide advance notice of incoming direct deposits, and the absence of a notification doesn't mean that your deposit won't arrive tomorrow. The verification process that recipients will go through to confirm their $6,000 deposit is legitimate and not a banking error has been streamlined to be as simple as possible. Once your deposit appears in your account, you'll be able to verify it through your online Social Security account, by calling the SSA's dedicated verification hotline, or by checking the official SSA website where deposit confirmations will be posted. The SSA wants to make sure that recipients feel confident about using their funds and don't worry that the deposit might be reversed or that they might owe the money back. For recipients who are concerned about managing their $6,000 responsibly and making sure the money has the maximum positive impact on their financial situation, financial advisors recommend prioritizing high-impact expenses that can improve your long-term financial stability. This might include paying off high-interest debt that's been eating into your monthly budget, addressing urgent medical or dental needs that you've been putting off due to cost, or making essential home repairs that could prevent more expensive problems down the road. The success of tomorrow's $6,000 preloaded deposit distribution could pave the way for similar programs in the future that provide additional financial support to Social Security and SSDI recipients. The SSA has indicated that this program serves as a pilot for potentially larger and more frequent supplemental benefit distributions, depending on how well the current system works and how much positive impact the deposits have on recipients' financial well-being. This could be the beginning of a new era of more responsive and generous support for Americans who rely on Social Security and SSDI benefits. Recipients who don't see their $6,000 deposit appear in their account tomorrow shouldn't panic, as the distribution is being processed in phases based on geographic regions and processing centers. Some recipients may see their deposits early tomorrow morning, while others might not see theirs until later in the day or even the following business day. The SSA has committed to completing the entire distribution within 48 hours of the launch, so even if your deposit doesn't appear immediately, it should arrive very soon. If this information about tomorrow's $6,000 preloaded deposits has been helpful to you, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates about this historic distribution or any other Social Security and SSDI news that could affect your benefits. I'll be monitoring tomorrow's launch closely and will provide updates throughout the day about how the distribution is going and what recipients need to know about accessing and using their funds. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Your $6,000 deposit could be waiting for you tomorrow morning, and being prepared will help you make the most of this life-changing benefit.